Okay, for this one it's gonna be a little bit different and maybe more fun. Maybe more fun. What is fun? I don't know. It's kind of fun if you're a geek like me. Anyway, so I prepared the new Vagrant file. So if you want to test that stuff, and it's good to do it because it's good practice to set SSH. I did it during the exam. It simplifies the copy pasting. Otherwise, copy pasting is a bit annoying. Didn't work for me. So maybe there is a way to make it work during the exam otherwise, but I think not. It's better to do it like this because then you have an SSH connection, and with the SSH connection, you can copy paste just like normal through the terminal. So, and also it looks better and it's less laggy than the VM connection that they give you at the beginning. So basically I changed a little bit the Vagrant file here to match the changes that I made. We could also do it differently and keep the previous IPs, but I wanted to follow up with the course. If you don't do that, it's also okay because you can just log in through the Vagrant SSH. So it's basically really to teach you how to do it with SSH configuration during the exam. So you can do it. If you're not interested and you just want to follow up the rest of the course, which is enough to pass the exam, it's fine. This is a little help, and I think it's good to do it anyway. You will learn something. So you need to load this file in my GitHub. The link will be in the description of the video. And you copy that file and you replace your current Vagrant file. So if I check here, I'm having my Vagrant file, so now I changed it and we're going to do it live. So I haven't prepared this. It's gonna be fun. It might not work, maybe I will have some bugs. What you need to do though, you need to prepare VirtualBox to work with that, and VirtualBox by default doesn't allow you to use a specific IPs like we just set up in the network configuration video. I mean, it allows you to use those IPs, but you cannot connect to it because the interface of the VirtualBox is not prepared for that. So you need to specify it to whitelist it, which is fine, but you need to do it. So you will need to do this. So basically, I already did it. So, I mean, you will just comment it, but I could do it. It's not a problem, but yeah, it's already there. So basically you do this. And, well, okay, it does tell me with the comment because I'm in that shell, but it doesn't matter. So you will do this, and then you will go in and see vbox, and in there you will see what's there, which is the networks.conf file, which I created. If it's not there, you create it yourself. And you can do it by doing this command. I will also put it in the description of the video. So you type this command, it will basically create the file and put in that file the whitelisting thing, so the star and this stuff. And that's all you need. So basically I won't do it again because I did it already. And then you need to do this command. So basically this depends if which vbox do you have. So in the case of the vbox, you need to check which number of vbox is there, and that you can see in which you're doing a certain command, which is this here. Sorry, I should put this also somewhere. I will put it here. So with that, with this vbox manage list host only ifs, so it's a kind of this that I can do because it's just checking. You will see which are already here. So in my case, I had these three: the 0, vboxnet1, vboxnet2, and I added the vboxnet3 with this command here because now it's already here, but it would be this one. Basically, vbox manage host only if if it means interface ipconfig vboxnet3 because I added a new one, and then I put the IP this, and then netmask is this. Okay, so I did already all this, so you would need to do that, and then you change the Vagrant file, and then you do a Vagrant reload provision. So that should yeah, because of course I'm not in the right directory, so I need to go back. cdit Vagrant RHCSA, and then I should have the not this one, the Rocky, yeah. And now I'm in the good one, and now if I do a reload provision, this should now do a little shutdown, and it will change the stuff. It will basically change the IPs, and it will also change the connection to it through VirtualBox. If you're interested, you can also go in VirtualBox. That's maybe the occasion to do this. So you open VirtualBox and then you will see, well, I have some other, because I was also doing some Kubernetes stuff, but it doesn't matter. We are interested in those here. And so you see I have my server, my client. By the way, if ever you lost its good time, maybe as it's doing its stuff, you may want to check the snapshot thingy. So if you click on this little icon on the side, then you can do a snapshot, and then you have the current state, but you can take a snapshot. It will keep the status at the time. So for instance, I click on take and I do network config change, or network config done, let's say. That's the step at which we were. Zoop. And you can do the same here for the client. And if you want, you can do it at several steps of network config done. Up. And like this, we have two snapshots. You see, it did the snapshot for both. So if ever you have a problem, well, you can come back to this state. So anyway, we are here. So if you do a Vagrant status, then it should show you that the VMs are running. And now we can, technically, we should be able to connect in SSH. But it will ask us for the password. Let's see. So Vagrant SSH, then client. Should still work. Yeah, I'm exiting that. But now let's try SSH. And then I put the IP. 116 and then .1.12. Let's see if it's there. Yeah, it's connecting, but permission denied, which is okay. So we need to allow this because apparently it has to be a public key. It's not allowed not to connect with the password. For the exam, okay, let's say good practice in general if you are a system administrator or system engineer. You don't want to use passwords because it's easy to crack and it's easy to intercept and and also you want to use a secure encryption protocol like this ED 25519. You don't want to use RSA, which is in the past, and even better, you want to use nitro keys or any kind of security hardware security keys. But irrelevant, and not talking so far about those things. What you want to do is to set up the SSH with. Okay, I'll reconnect here. You want to set up the SSH with password in your case because it's super quick. So normally you would use security SSH key. In our case, we will just use a very stupid password. I'll clear this, I'll do sudo s, here I will do sudo s as well. Remember, for the exam, you don't want to be the best sysadmin ever, you just want to be quick and to solve the problems quickly. So what you want to do here, you will want to go in the etc SSH and normally sshd config, and in there, so the file is called, okay, let's go back a step. So the file is called, it's in etc sshd underscore config. So you go in there. And then you can check the stuff, permit root login, yes. So you could technically log in as root, but for now we have only the Vagrant user, so we want the Vagrant user to be also authorized. So when you see here password authentication, no, so you will change it to yes. And that should allow us to connect with just password authentication. So permit empty passwords, well, in the case of Vagrant we will also say yes. It's very bad security wise, but we don't care in our case. So this is for testing. So, and then you will connect to Vagrant at n172.16.1.12. And yes, and it didn't work. Why? Okay, yeah, of course, I'm connecting to myself. Okay, I need to do that from here, for instance. So let's try here. No, it doesn't want. You might need to do a systemctl restart sshd. And then let's see. Oh, it's changing. Let's see. Password, you see? Then if I do enter, will it work? No, maybe I need to type Vagrant as password. Oh, I'm logged in, you see? So Vagrant is the password when you're connecting. You can change that, of course, but I mean the point is to show you that you can set up SSH pretty quickly and pretty straightforward. So what did we do? We went into the sshd_config and we changed those two lines. Password authentication, this was no, we set it to yes. Permit empty password, we set it to yes. Actually we can switch it to no because even the Vagrant password is set. So it's set to Vagrant, so basically you don't need to do that. Now even if I did, if I restarted SSHD and I try to connect again, let's exit this, and I connect again, it will ask me, and now it should work all the same because it's not an empty password, it's not no password. And with that we have now the working connection. You can also, for conveniency, call it client, like if you go to your okay, let's exit this. If you edit, okay, I'll do a sudo s also on my machine. And if you do edit your host file, okay, I have a bunch of things here, but you don't need to read this. This is for my personal testing. Okay, you could ask here, for instance, you could put 192.168.16.1 and .12, and that would be your client if you call it client, and you could put 162.168.1.13 and you call it server. To be honest, I did this during the exam because it's just very quick. Okay, you do this, and then it's already, if you do a dig of client, then you should already, you see, it's already telling you the IP of client because it's in your etc host file, this file. If you edit this file, basically it acts as a local DNS and, well, kind of DNS, it's pre-DNS, let's say, it's hard-coded, it's a hard-coded address, and when you type client, if I ping client, then it will know exactly where to go, and if I ping server, it will know where to go. Now, if I exit this and I do SSH Vagrant at and client, it will ask me for client, and then I will do Vagrant, and I'm in. You can also create another machine. You can create another user, which we'll anyway do later, and also add it to the SSH, but that's not the point. The point is just to connect with SSH simply and as quick as possible, and so that you can copy paste during the exam and then win, like, save some time. This will save you really a lot of time if you can connect in SSH and just do the copy paste in an easy manner without also the lag that is inherent to the virtual machine connection, which is not too great. By doing this. So, and you can do the same on the root, on the server side, and if I go to etc ssh, so sshd_config, and we'll do exactly the same. You see it's here, so basically you just need to edit this one line, and that's it. And then you do a system control restart sshd. This is the SSH daemon. You restart that, and then you will be able to connect just the same to the server. If I do now Vagrant server, considering it's already having the IP, which you see here, the 113, then you say yes, and you do the password, which is Vagrant, lowercase, and I'm logged in as Vagrant server. So this is for ease of use during the exam, to be quick and to copy paste quickly. Really, you have a bunch of exercises, so I suggest you set up the network, and once the network is set up, you do what I just did, and that way you will be able to connect directly in SSH. Of course, you don't need to have the hassle of the vbox things that I put here. This is additional nonsense, but it's necessary with VirtualBox. You don't need to do that during the exam, but the rest you need to do, like this change in the sshd_config configuration. You need to change that and to allow the password. because otherwise it's just key, and then you lose time by putting key, and then you need to copy the key. And how do you copy the key? It's like it's annoying. It's really annoying. You do an SCP, and yeah, it's losing a lot of time. So I really suggest you use just the password, and that way you're very quick, and you can use SSH during the whole rest of the exam. This section was not mandatory, but I strongly suggest you follow up and you try to do it as well. It's good practice, and also you will learn a bit how to do these things with Vagrant. Oh yeah, and I will put also, for convenience, edit the etc host file and add these lines. You will put 192.116.1.12 and you call it client, and then you do the same with the server. And that's hard coding the address of client and server on the machine, basically on the host machine. There you go. That was the SSH lesson. I hope it will help you during your exam, and follow up in the next lessons.